behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, don't forget there's that subscribe button and the bell. Just click them both, and anytime a new episode comes your way, you can check those out. And we invite you to use the comment section and leave a comment there. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV. And feel free to follow us there, inbox us, comment everything you see there. And you can also contact us by email, paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And we love it if you were a band or solo artist, but we also love fan mail there as well. So send us a fan letter. We'd love to hear from you. And all of this is going to be recapped for you at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Well, today from Santa Claus, Arizona, we have Russ Lacasse. Very talented artist, and I know you're going to agree when you hear the song after the interview, and which we will get to in just a moment. But first, here's a word from Small World TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
The types of shows we're seeking. Let us help you share your creativity. For more information, email us at smilepublishing007@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, swtvgetyourchannel.now.site.
Okay, we're back, and from Santa Claus, Arizona, we have Russ Lacasse. Thanks for joining us, Russ.
Well, thank you, Paul.
All right. Well, why don't we start with the obvious question? Because, everyone has their own story. Why don't you tell a little story about how it all began for you as far as being an artist?
How it began for me, I never dreamed of being an artist. I started writing songs in like 2014, 2015. Went down to Nashville to the Nashville Songwriters Association. They have a spring training. I went there just to see what it was about, met some nice people, ended up in Martha's Vineyard a few months later and had a song critiqued that I had written. And that song was critiqued by 3 #1 hit songwriters. And one of those #1 hit songwriters said, geez, you got to move to Nashville and be with your peers and grow. And I didn't take it seriously at first, but then I did. I moved to Nashville. I lived in Nashville for 4 years. And then in 2020, I believe it was 2019, end of 2019, I moved back here to the Mojave Desert. I am about 80 miles south of Las Vegas. And I do go back to Nashville, but I pitched a lot of my music and it was being picked up by a lot of prospective, well-known artists, and they were held. And a few weeks later, I'd get a note saying, hey, we're going to go in a different direction. So we're going to pass this time. Great job. So finally, I just said, you know what, the only way to get some of my stuff recorded is to record it myself. So I found a wonderful producer in Nashville, and he produced an EP of 5 songs. And then I went back last July and did it again. So now I have 2 EPs out there.
Okay, well, that's quite a great story there. And I'm glad that you decided that this is what you wanted to do with your life. And hope you got many years to come.
Oh, I hope so too. You can tell I'm a late bloomer.
Yeah, I've had a few people on the show saying that they just kind of fell into it, and that's one reason why I asked the question. But why don't you tell everybody exactly who the influences were that you enjoyed growing up with that helped you inspiring you know, help inspire your story. I mean, your singing skills.
Singing skills. Growing up, I liked Badfinger, which was an Apple band under the Beatles label.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Eric Clapton, Bob Dylan, of course. But I liked a lot of the R&B people.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the Temptations and oh man, the Supremes were my ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up with a lot of group that I listened to, but to have an actual influence on how I sing, I don't believe I took any of that. But my years in Nashville, I had people say, "You sound like Neil Young."
Mm-hmm.
I've had people tell me that I have a Petty influence. And so, hey, those guys were great, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're all legends, obviously, and I can understand that. Um, right now, somebody can be watching this and they would say, "I want to download some of your music and I want to follow you on all those social media sites." Tell them where they can go to do that.
Yep. So my music is out there on all major platforms. All my social media is my name, Russ Lacasse. So RUSSLACASSE. There are a lot of independent internet stations playing my music right now. I am getting more traction on playlists, especially on Spotify, a little bit on Apple. So I am out there at the website, again, Russ Lacasse. And you can click on some links there and you can hear little snippets of all the songs. And where I am a writer, I'm always looking for artists to either cover the songs that I've done, or there are some on my website, I believe there's 7 that haven't been released yet.
Mm.
And I do have cuts by other artists. Cash Creek, which has members of a Hall of Fame band in their group. They recorded 2 of my songs. Miss Laura Rabel, she recorded a song that we wrote together. And then I have 2 songs recorded by another young woman, but that has to be kept under wraps right now because her management hasn't released them yet.
Oh.
They're trying to stop her to a couple labels before they release the songs. So
Okay, well that's understandable. So everybody go out to those major streaming platforms and follow them on all those platforms like Facebook and so forth. I know he would love you to get those songs. And right now we're getting ready to play your music video. It's called "Listen to the Corn Grow."
yes,
I'm sure there's an interesting story behind that, but let us know.
the story behind "Listen to the Corn Grow." All my music is 100% me. It's the truth. It's my life. "Listen to the Corn Grow" was interesting because when I was a child, I won't fill you with all the details, but my grandfather would get upset if we jumped around in the farmhouse and make a lot of noise because it was small. And he would yell at us and tell us to go outside and listen to the corn grow.
Wow.
And we had a big pasture out there, big field of corn. And my cousin and I laughed one time. You know, we stuffed pillows in our shirts and pretended to be our chubby grandfather. And my grandmother took offense to that. So she dragged us out into the middle of the cornfield on a dead quiet night, made us lay on the ground and listen to the ground. And we could actually hear noises in the ground. And what it is the stalks get wider and taller at night. And it's all the dirt moving away from the corn stalks that you're actually hearing. But you wouldn't be hearing that unless the corn was growing. So that became "Listen to the Corn Grow." And since then, the golf course has bought the property. The golf course was next door. They bought the property and they made some more fairways and things there. And I still go back to the very same rock that I used to sit on as a child underneath the very same tree. And I can still hear the corn grow. And that's what the song is about.
Okay, that's a great story there, Russ. And I know everyone is dying to hear the song, and we'll get to that in just a second. But I think for right now, that's all we need. And we want to thank you so much, Russ, for coming on the show. We'd love to have you back again if you got anything new to plug for us.
Okay. Why, thank you, Paul.
Okay, no problem. And here it is. Listen to the Corn Grow by Russ Lacasse, and we'll be right back.
Left here, find myself, only to find myself here, turning my truck up this dusty tractor path along the stone wall, through the knee-high grass, by that old farmhouse Grandpa built. It's hugged by flower gardens, has that smell of a fresh mowed lawn. It's where I grew up. On the edge of the field I park by that sign at Crop Road 619, and I come here from time to time when I feel lost inside. It may sound strange to you, I know I can't explain what calls me home, but it's the only place that I can go with on my mind, and I listen to the corn grow. Listen to the corn grow. Not much here has stayed the same since Grandpa passed away. A golf course bought the land by the railroad line to the swimming hole for a new back nine, but they kept the walnut tree and the big red rock. They changed the name on that rusty mailbox. It's not ours anymore, but those memories are mine. So on the edge of the field I park by that sign at Crop Road 619, and I come here from time to time when I feel lost inside. It may sound strange to you, I know I can't explain what calls me home, but it's the only place that I can go. On my mind, and I listen to the corn grow. Listen to the corn grow. Listen to the corn grow. When I feel lost inside, I listen to the corn grow. Come here time to time to listen to the corn. Yeah, the corn.